I'm Ruth Reifen, or Ruta. I'm originally from Israel, and I started my romance with jewelry and the craft of jewelry making when my family and I moved to London for 1 year. I was studying theater full-time. I was 17 at the time, and I took an evening class at Central St. Martin's College of Art and Design in London, and that's where I completely fell in love with the craft. I took this beginner's class and I was amazed by the craft, the metals, working with metal. I moved to the States 3 years ago for grad school. I went to Ruth Reifen School of Design, and I have a master's in jewelry and metals. That's where I was first introduced to teaching, and I've been teaching since. I moved to New York, and I'm currently based in Brooklyn. My studio's in Brooklyn, and I also work in Manhattan in the fashion industry. I mean, aesthetically or formally, I have a tendency to create these organic clusters, maybe Baroque-like clusters of organic forms. And the idea that I'm interested right now is to create these elements that are meant to adorn the body, that are these representations of organic, natural forms, but in an exaggerated way. Right now I'm really into coating the metal work with car paint or automotive paint, which is a finish that is from the automotive world, completely foreign to jewelry. And I think that it gives this smooth, sexy, plastic finish to jewelry that kind of contrasts or complements the form of the piece, which is this organic, floral or composition. And so having the finish and the form living together in one tiny little earring is what I find really interesting. Electroforming is a technique that's chemical and electricity based. And so it creates it envelops the wax with copper, and after that process is done, I would torch the wax out. And so what's left is this hollow shell of metal. Then that metal gets a specific finish, whether it's plating or automotive paint, coating, and such. And so that affords me scale and, to kind of experiment with scale and have that really lightweight, especially for earrings, or thinking about wearability and what would be kind of comfortable on the body, but dimensional in a surprising way. The work that I made in Israel was kind of really earthy and rougher, even feeling like the tactility of it was rougher. And now it's kind of smooth and polished and shiny and almost plastic.